I'm on a different dump today. It's about 15 miles from the other one that I was on in my last video where I found a gin bottle. And I found a bunch of marbles here too on video, and there was Christensen's in them, and I started right back on the same area. And you can see, let's get down in here. I saw one flash. It's right here. I'm way back in the hole, so this looks like an old Christensen agate. It's probably an early, like transit. Oh, it's one of the solid colored Christensens. It probably has a panel mark on it. Let me clean it off and I'll be back later. All right, it's gonna be hard to tell here, but this is a Christensen. It's one of the solid color early ones, and it's like a clear base, and there's other about the same color swirled around in there, and it's really nice condition, and it's gonna fluoresce under a black light. I would say by looking at it, it looks like it's gonna be one of the ones with uranium. Boy, that's nice. It's real nice condition, and you know, it's a Christensen, so, and I'm probably gonna find more later. All right, see if you can check out that beauty down there. I think it's another Christensen, but see how deep I'm going down here? I'm gonna clear a lot of this stuff off. There's marbles everywhere in here too. This is the second one in 5 minutes, and they're both nice. Look at this one, light blue base with several different shades of blue, which one of them is translucent, like clear base, so you can see into the marble with swirls, like orange red swirls, and it's nice condition. It looks like it has a panel mark right there, like where it was snipped off. Lots of them are really clear, just flat where you can see them tooled that I found. They're a lot better than what I thought initially. Some of these marbles are really valuable later. All right, I'm gonna have to clear this overburn off, but man, I'm onto the marbles like I was the last time I was here. Right here is another one, and it looked like a Christensen when it rolled out. I can't tell. Let me get it cleaned off and I'll show you. I'm not sure what kind this is. I'll have to look in a book, but it's a nice swirl, and it's the green's kind of translucent, and that's like real pearly looking, the white. It's a nice one. You know, it's old. This dump's old. Later. All right, I got this. It's a Lincoln Wheat Sin. I can't tell the date, you know, if I can hold on to it. It's gonna be all right condition. I might get it cleaned up or not. I don't know. It takes a long time to clean this stuff up. It depends on what else I find. Look at that big rock I'm hitting, but there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm gonna get that out of there and keep going later. All right, I just got a little better marble. It's a nice one. I already wiped it off. Look at this. Wow, that might be a handmade one too. It's clear base. It's just beautiful. It's really nice. Real nice condition. Beautiful marble. Another one. Later. Alright, you see it there? Got another marble. This one might be hand. It looks like it has a panel on one side. I can't tell. It's been polished over, but I can't tell. It doesn't look like it's not a Marble King or nothing. It could be something real old, and this is an old dump, so I don't know about this one, but it's nice. Nice condition anyway. Later. Alright, I just got another beauty of a marble, and this one has a panel mark on it. Where's it at? Right there. Big time, where it's been snipped off. And look at it. It looks like the marble I just found a while ago. And I got it out of the bag. Look. It's similar. They were dumped together in here. Boy, them are beautiful. They're just a little bigger than average. And they're both handmade, I think, and they're clear base. They're beauties. Wow. Finding some cool ones today. Look at those. Matching pair. Later. Well, I was right to come here. I got another marble down in here. See if you see it. I'm gonna have to get down in here and grab it. It looks like an old nice one. I saw it flash. Oh, this is a rough one. Oh, this looks good. It might be a two-color cat eye. It's something nice. Let me get it cleaned off and I'll show you. It looks good later. All right, this is a cat eye, but it's white with like orangey peach. It's like the color of the setting sun in the sky. The sky around it. It looks. Oh, it's nice. Look at that. It's a pretty one. Later. All right, I'm digging back in there. See, I've dug in here before, like 2 months ago when I was finding marbles in one of them videos, and you can see I found all of them marbles in this video so far by going back and raking through an area that I already dug for bottles. But I found a small one. This is kind of cool. It's got the original cap on it, and you know, this is 30s or 40s, and it says Dr. Scholl's, And since it has the original cap on it, I'll take it home and clean it up. You know, they're not making that no more. But right here I got a little spaceman, and that's cool. He's got like a respirator on him and stuff, and a pack. It probably came off an old Mark's playset. You can look it up. I could too. It's some like 50s playset or something, up into the 60s, because the dumping stopped on this place in the 60s, but most of the stuff's old here, like 30s or before. 30s to the teens, and then there's older bottles. Look at this. This is a heartbreaker. Look at this blob top. Probably a beer, and it's aqua glass, but it's broke. But I just found that big brown one from Schumbuck, so I can't complain, and I've got marbles and stuff already today, so I'm gonna get back at it, see what I can get. Later, folks. All right, I got another nice one. The green in this, it's like seaweed green, like a lime green, and it's clear. You can see into the marble, and it's old. I'm finding broken cork bottles back in here, and them old beers say that it's just an old layer, and there's marbles all through it. So I ought to get some more. I'll show these with all the marbles I found this year too, displayed, the best ones later. All right, man, I got another one. It's only been like a minute. Did like 10 rakes. Look right here. Can't tell. Looks like a solid color one, but it could be one of them old solid color Christensen. Huh. What the heck that is? I just picked that up right there. I'll clean that off too. I'll get back in a minute later. Alright, here's this little marble. I'll have to look at it under a loupe to see if there's a pommel mark on it. But this little thing here I picked up is a piece of shell. And it's a carved handle out of a shell for something. You can see it's broke off here, but that is shell. This is an old layer with that bottle. It's hard to tell what I'm going to pop out of here. Hopefully I can get a real big handmade marble later. Alright, do you see it down there? Look at that centipede going. There's a little pee-wee marble. It's a real tiny one. It's half the size of other ones, and that's clear base on the end. I would say this is Marble King, but I'm not positive. I'll have to look at it. It looks like Marble King, 90% later. I'm getting my hole widened out, and it's easier digging, and I got another marble. I'm not really looking for bottles today. There's bottles back in this stuff, but most of the stuff here on this dump is just busted. I'm finding whole bottles. I have the potential for something. But do you see the marble? It's right here. It looks like a pretty nice one. I see purple in it there, and it's looking nice, and blue. Let me get it wiped off and we will see later. Oh man, this is a pretty nice marble. It'd be nicer if that wasn't white and it was like green or something, but that cobalt blue in that is translucent, and it's a swirl, and it's real nice condition. There's rust stains on it there. That'll come off with lime away. But if I can get this hole widened out without it caving in, I should find at least another dozen marbles. You can see in there, I'm getting a jar going. Haven't found many bottles. Here's like an Art Deco whiskey. It's like panels on it, and this other one, it's kind of cool. I'm finding bottles, but nothing spectacular. This one was cool. You know, it's screw top. It's a shame that doesn't have a pharmacy name on it or something with that little. I might take that one because it's unique. There's a little cap, or it's a wheel off a car. Later. I got another marble back in here. It's right here. Oh folks, look at that. Oh, this is an old, oh, this is worth the trip, I can tell you, because I bet this is a, oh wow. Let me get this cleaned off later. Wow folks, this is a Christensen, and it doesn't get much better than this. Look at this, clear ruby red with just tight lines on it. Just look at that right there. Wow, this is a beautiful marble, and it's just really nice condition. I'll show these with all the other ones I found, like towards the end. Wow. Later. Alright, you can see all them bottles and stuff that fell down there in that pile, and look at that marble it rolled off. It's right in there. I think right about at the tip of my finger there. Let's reach in and get it. It surely looked nice when I saw it flash. It looks like a dandy. It's just a An orange colored cat eye. I thought it was something better, but that's still a nice find. It's a whole marble and it's complete. Later. All right, I'm back. Here's a bottle. I got one. It's got the original cap on it. That'll be cleaned up nice. I could even make a label for that. And you know, it's got an M embossed on the bottom. These cobalts are worth, you know, this is like a $3 bottle at a flea market, but I'm gonna keep this one. That's pretty. Later. All right, I got another one. You see it? Just raking this stuff up and looking at it real. Oh, this is nice. Let me wipe this off. This looks pretty nice. Later. All right, it's a blue-white swirl, but it's got green in it over on this side right there that's translucent. There's like clear base stuff in it. Some of the blue's clear base. It's a perfect condition. Another marble. Later. All right, I just raked out this marble, and it's a little bigger than average, and it's an old Christensen, and it's got the place right here where it was snipped off, you can see. It looks solid white, but it's got clear base swirls running through it. Whoa. I'll have to rake that out. There's probably a marble in that, but I'm still finding them. It's an old marble, and you can see where it's been snipped off. Later. Alright, well, I raked this out in by them marbles, and it's got all kinds of corrosion on it like that last one I found, but this is another huge, like, 1.5 inch handmade marble. You can see the window. I rubbed it there into the glass right there. I can tell what it is. It looks like a peppermint swirl. I'll see if my dad can't clean it up. The last one had cracks all in it. This one might too. These big ones are usually the kids tore them up, but if this cleans up, this is just an amazing find. It's a huge handmade. And there's more stuff I found. A Capudon. I found this piece of metal, like badge thing. I'm still going at it. I'm like 5 feet deep down in there. But here, I'll pick this up. Look at this. I just raked this one out, and it's got a panel on it right there. You can see where it was snipped off, and it's like hunter green and like lighter green swirled with clear base, and it's smaller than average size. And I'd say that's a Christensen solid color one, but it's not completely solid color. It's really nice. Really nice. Later. Man, I'm finding the marbles today, but I got something different now. I'm raking through this fine stuff in this ash layer. There seems to be marbles in it, and the marbles didn't get really messed up by fire, and a lot of the stuff didn't, but a lot of the bigger bottles broke. But I just got this little sheep. It says Japan, so that's pre-World War II. It's got paint on it, and it's like glazed, and it's probably a little kid's. It's a little sheep. It's perfect condition, and that's old, you know. It's probably from the 20s or 30s. That's nice. My mom will probably want that. Later. Alright, do you see it down there? I just got another smoker of a marble, and it's probably a day maker, because these old Christensens are just extremely valuable. I didn't know how much. Type in Christensen agate on eBay and look at how much they are. Look at this. Oh man, it's like an opaque dark, and it's got clear base mixed in with it with swirls, and it has a panel mark on it, I think. I was looking at it. I'll have to look at it with a magnifying glass. My eyes aren't the greatest. But man, that's a nice marble. It's real nice condition. Beautiful coloring. Later. Alright, I'm still raking back in here. Got another little cobalt blue bottle. It's nice condition. I might take all these. I find them every time I come. Later. Oh, there's a marble I didn't even see. That's not even why I turned on the camera. But there's one down in here by my rake. Let me hurry up. It's right there. Let me get it. It looked like a better one. Yeah. Oh, it's one of them Christensens, and I can see the panel mark on it right there where it was snipped off. Hold on, let me get these cleaned off later. That first one that I didn't see when I went to get my camera, it's just a clear white one. I can't tell, but look at this beautiful blue base and it's got, let me see, right there, you can just see clearly where they snipped it off. So this is an old hand, like gathered, or I don't know exactly, but right there's the panel where they snipped it with tools. And these are old marbles. Transitionals, or they're good. This one not, could be a solid color Christensen with a panel mark. I'll have to look at it when I get home. I'm gonna keep digging. Bye. Oh, I'm raking up through all this loose stuff. A lot of this places has been dug, but I was going down in and then like digging straight down in, and I'm just digging all the overburden off and throwing it over the hill so I can really go at this, because these marbles, some of them are good. This is a more common one. It's like an orange cat eye. It's vintage, you know, and it's real nice shape. So it's, you know, it's worth digging. I've got a collection of these now, and I'm going to try to pick out the best ones. I like that red and white one with the real tight lines in it the best. But I'll get back if I find something else. Later, folks. This place here is just a regular treasure trove. Every direction I go, there's marbles. Look at this. It's a smoking huge. Oh, and that's, oh, this is definitely probably something awesome. Let me clean this off. That's different. Oh, this is nice. It's huge. It's over an inch. Later. Wow, this marble's just wet mint, and this white has other like clear base swirls through it. It's not picking up. I'm looking at the screen, I can see it, but look at that patch on this side, this baby blue. And I don't know if there's a panel mark on this, but I'd say there might be. This looks like a real old marble. Look, it's got like a C. Later. Well, look what I just raked out here. This piece really has me stumped. I don't know what this is. It looks like a spear tip. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. It's real old. It's like brass or something. It came from 6 feet deep, and actually it would be 12 feet deep, because I've already taken off 6 foot of overburden on this spot where I'm finding these marbles today. So these marbles are coming from a 12-foot trash layer, and it's on the side of a hill, so there's been slips over time. But most of the bottles I'm finding are broken or cork, and a lot of them are hand blown. But they're all just exploded. But the marbles seem to be good. But look at this. Real heavy brass, and it's got like a spear tip on it. It looks like a socketed arrow of some kind. Or maybe it's a top out of a flag or something. But that is old. And you can tell by the way it's made. That's a very cool find. Later. You know, I just lucked onto another real nice marble. It's slow going. I have to rake through all this stuff. You know, well, what's that? I thought that was a marble, but right here, here, let me set this down for a second and wipe it off. I'm almost positive it's a Christensen agate. All right, here we go. That beautiful clear base looking into that marble, and then come up in that blue patch on it. Oh, it's really pretty. And I have one of these like this that has just a classic cut off panel on it, like a tooled piece. And this I think is a Christensen. For sure. I saw them in a book. It's real nice condition. Look at how nice that marble is. Wow. I'm trying to look through this stuff real careful. Later. Alright, I'm back. I'll show you some of the bottles I got. Not too much. Few corks. I got this big cork thing. It's like Art Deco. It's got a big wide cork on it. It's probably a wine. I got this spear thing made of brass. I don't know what that is, but it's cool. There's cobalts. And what I came to do was dig marbles, and I got them out here. Here's what I got. Got all these today. This is probably my favorite. If this cleans up, that last big one I found, it's like a kid had thrown it off a curb or something, and it was all cracked up. It was ruined. But I like this marble the best. That's a Christensen. And that's beautiful. There's other Christensens in here. Some of them have snipped panel marks on them. Some of them don't. Some of them might not be Christensen, but there are some there for sure. Hopefully this cleans up. But this is what I got. It was a successful day. I came looking for marbles to fill in the rest of that tray, and I should have done it. Later. Alright, I'm back from the dump. I'm getting the marbles cleaned up. Here's the marbles I found today. This is the same story as that other one that I found. You can see where it's the panel mark there, and you can see into the marble right there, the glass, and it's like a peppermint swirl or something, but it's like the outside's all cracked up and it roughed it up. It's like the other one, and it's just got corrosion and stuff all over it from being in that dump with all that trash. But it's a big handmade marble. It's glass. I don't know if the other one didn't clean up good at all. But here's some of the marbles I found today, the best ones. This one has a big panel mark on it, and so does this white one, where it's been trimmed off. Right there, you can see it clearly. This marble's beautiful. These two are alike, and that looks like a panel mark right there on this one. These might be Christiansons, I don't know. I'm not good enough on identifying them yet, but some of these are Christiansen for sure. I like this opaque black one. It's still clear base. You can see into the marble. I don't know what kind this is, but it's old and it's nice. So we're going to put them in here and see how we can fill this out here. So I'll get them in and I'll put up pictures next. But that was a pretty successful day for marbles. I went looking for marbles and I got marbles. And I got several nice ones there. I really like this big shooter. I like these two marbles, and these are my favorites. And this one's got a panel on it. You can see it right there, right in the middle of that clear. It's where it's been snipped off, and look at that. That's a Christiansen. Later.